Welcome back, guys. We're going to do something completely different, and it's not Mighty Python. One of my favorite guys to watch, as he does reactions and he does info on music. Professor of Rock. He's a good guy. Has a great show. Look him up.
Well, I can put it up in the top right corner.
All right. Why you do that, Mr. Editor?
It's very limited.
Hey, look at we're both wearing red hats, and they don't say MAGA.
Oh my god.
Make Boston great again.
Alright, and with that, we're going to go ahead and jump on in.
Hey, the Reds won.
Oh, man. You are never going to believe this one. Coming up on today's episode, I can't even give you a mystery. Well, I can. We got a song that has no name, no artist, and no date as to when it was even recorded. Most believe it was composed in the early to mid-'80s, but really everything about this amazing song has been lost to history. I mean, not even Google can figure this one out. Forget Shazam and ChatGPT. The only evidence we have that the song ever existed is an obscure cassette recording off of the radio. It was first uploaded to the internet in 2004. For the past 20 years, a grassroots community has been trying to identify this track. In more recent years, this song has gone viral across the internet with users on Reddit and YouTube and Discord piecing together clues about its origins. And also debunking some imposter bands in the process. Today, we're going to pitch in and do our part to get this crazy story out there. It's the tell of the track that many are calling the most mysterious song on the internet. Let's see if we can figure this one out. The story's coming up next on Professor of Rock. Hey, music junkies, Professor of Rock, always here to celebrate the greatest artists and the greatest songs of all time. You know, if you remember begging your parents to take you to breakfast at McDonald's when you were a kid, you're gonna dig this channel of deep musical nostalgia.
Hey, you didn't have McDonald's. That's not my fault.
Right now, click the big red
No,
button.
I mean, when I was a kid, they just started breakfast.
Patreon for even more content.
Egg McMuffin was like gold, man.
I've been following this.
Yeah, now it's a hard
story
brick
for
that
years.
Yeah, now it's about as hard as a piece of
It
gold.
actually goes by a few different names, including Like the Wind, Blind the Wind, and Check It In, Check It Out, among others. Nicknames given to a cassette recording of an unidentified song that was most likely composed in the mid-'80s, well, 1984. So usually
You
kick
can
things
nail the
off,
year,
I'd
but
like
you
to
don't
give
know
you a
who
heads
it's
up about the
by.
band and the song that we're going to cover for the episode. See if you
Maybe
guessed it.
in the lyrics
Today,
it gives
I can't
a.
even do that because, like everyone else in the world,
I know
on
that the
internet,
80s was
I
not
have no
as
idea. I
high
have no clue who wrote
technology,
this
so
song.
they
I
wouldn't
don't
have
even know what it's
known, but
called.
like you couldn't
We'll start
figure
to
that out
understand why
now.
in a moment, and why it's one of the most interesting stories in the
Maybe
rich
the
history of rock and roll.
lyrics give away
So for
the year.
starters, I'm going to refer to this track in my own term, Mysterio, a combination of the Spider-Man villain and Stereo. Many call it the most mysterious song on the internet. So here's a listen. What do you think? I think it's a cool song. Do you get any
I don't know if I've ever heard it
vibe
before.
from the track
I-
like I do? Does it sound familiar?
I wouldn't have known who that was
I gotta
by,
tell you,
even
this
if
is the
you
most
gave me a million
interesting story
chances.
that I've heard in all my time on Professor of Rock. You got to check this out.
I don't know if I've ever heard it.
I'll keep playing
I thought
the
it was-
song throughout the episode so that you can work on unraveling the mysteries we go. Maybe we can solve this thing. I got a prize for anybody who does. I'll talk about that later. So the story of Mysterio, as I call it, it doesn't start with an up-and-coming indie band, at least not for us, but rather with a teen music aficionado who goes by the name of Darius S. He reportedly hails from the town of Wilhelmshaven, northern Germany. As was standard practice for every 80s kid, Darius would record his favorite songs from the radio onto mixtape cassettes. Sometime in the early to mid-'80s, Darius recorded this song in its entirety onto one of his tapes in his collection.
I used to do that all the time.
This is so cool. The most
Blind-
likely candidate for the radio
Blind the
show
Wind?
that played the song is a program called Music for Junge Leute. Hope I'm saying that right.
Is that German?
Translate to music for young people.
Yeah.
You can hear
Okay.
music for young people on the German public radio station NDR, which is based out of Hamburg. However, complicating matters, Darius has said that this wasn't the only station that he recorded music from. You can't even be certain when or where he recorded the track. Although,
See, you used to be able to do that, and now you have to pay $9.99 a month just to get a song.
manufactured in that year. According
Hey,
to
watch your
Darius,
mouth.
This was just another
Oh, I can
song that he
bleep it.
liked that he
Don't
didn't
give
know
me that.
anything about.
SpongeBob did the
And it
Sailor
wasn't all
Mouth
that
episode.
uncommon
I
at
don't
that
want to hear
time
it.
for him. He just liked to have cool songs for the radio. There were other mystery tracks in his collection as well. In time, Darius forgot about it. He moved on to recording other mixtapes, and then life intervened. The 80s came and went, so the 90s apparently. In fact, about 20 years would pass before this story picks up again. So jump ahead to 2004. I guess Darius was sifting through his old catalog of mixtapes when he rediscovered the cassette with this mysterious song on it. He'd written a question mark on the tape and the words "Blind the Wind." He listened to it and his interest peaked again. Now we could use the internet, though, to figure out what this song might be. I mean, Google was still in its infancy at this point, but it wasn't an unreasonable thought that he could figure it out through technology. So Darius started digging online, but nothing. No trace of this track anywhere. He couldn't figure out.
I don't even know what. I haven't heard enough to realize what it is.
I'm wondering if the song was made in Germany then. If it was
Probably
being
was.
He
so.
bought him a website domain for his birthday. Darius used this space to create a song discovery site called Unknown Pleasures. It was named after Joy Division's 1979 album. Very cool. Darius digitized all of his unidentified radio recordings and uploaded them to this site. And it was working. A lot of his unknown songs were being identified by people. Only the mysterious song, it wasn't one of them. So jump ahead to March 18th, 2007. Like Darius, his sister Lydia, she was completely intrigued by this song. And not knowing who sang it was eating her alive. She needed to know. Said Lydia, and I quote, "All the years of passively searching for the lyrics on the internet hadn't brought any results, so I thought it's time to become more active and reach out for a bigger audience." So Lydia began her own online search on various song identification sites. For example, she posted a 1-minute 14-second clip of the mysterious song Mysterio on a German 80s new wave forum. She also uploaded it to a Canadian music site that was called the Spirit Radio. Cool. Which allows fans to upload and identify obscure songs, much like Darius's Unknown Pleasures. On the Spirit of Radio, Lydia went by the handle Luli and the alias Anton Ryder.
See, that's the difference in the technology, though, because now you record something and it's in 15 different places before you can even blink. And back then, you record something and it plays once on the radio and you never heard from again. I mean,
username Rodolfo uploaded Lydia's incomplete track to his YouTube channel. Not much came of that. And then in 2017, Dead Wax Records, a Spanish indie record label, posted the clip of the song to their YouTube channel as well. Significantly, this latest upload was really important because it introduced Redditor Gabriel Vieira from Sao Paulo, Brazil to the song. After hearing the song on Dead Wax's channel, Gabriel became fascinated by it, and he began his search for the mysterious song's origins in April of 2019. Still with me? Embracing the obsession, Gabriel posted Rodolfo's 2011 link to 44 different subreddits as well as his own YouTube channel. So by June, the Mysterious Song subreddit was launched for a new community, searchers who were becoming just as obsessed about this song's origins. And then on July 12, 2019, Redditor, You, Johnny, Me Too posted the entire track in all its...
There was that double play.
you're watching something else while we're doing it.
Running almost 3 minutes.
We're doing play-by-play at the same time.
Lydia's full-length version
Sorry,
back
Doc.
in the day. And then also around this time, mysterious song redditors pieced together that the DJ who had most likely played this song was a guy by the name of Paul Baskerville. Now, beginning in 1982, Paul Baskerville hosted a weekly show on the aforementioned German NDR radio program, Music for Young People. He was the DJ. On his program, the British-born Baskerville often played both popular and obscure punk, indie, and new wave tracks. However, when Redditors started reaching out to Paul Baskerville, he said he had no memory of this particular song. What he did remember, though, was playing a number of underground Eastern Europe rock bands.
You know why no one knows who the song's by and no one remembers? Psychedelic drugs.
Said Paul about the mysterious song
The
Mysterio.
80s.
Sounds like the bad
And that's
English
why no one remembers.
Nobody remembers mushrooms.
Polish or Russian. After being flooded with inquiries
Never
about
did
the
'em,
mysterious
never
song,
will.
including by Gabriel, Paul Baskerville.
I don't like 'em on the
played it
pizza.
On his radio show, Knock Club. This was on July 21st, 2019.
Is also the mysterious song, or the most mysterious song on the internet.
Unfortunately, no new leads came from this would-be breakthrough moment. Paul himself at one point speculated that the mysterious song was a demo that had been played by an NDR DJ, and then it was thrown away. But he would later say that everything he had played on the radio was actually from a vinyl, which makes it much more likely that multiple copies of this song is circulating out there somewhere. In
There's something
addition to
wrong with
Baskerville
the
leak,
amount of
searchers also reached out
inconsistencies.
to the German music database GEMA, G-E-M-A. This one seems
It's almost like they're
all
trying
songs
to make
aired
sure
on
it
German
never
radio
gets
were supposed to
Yeah.
be
back
registered
out.
with the
It's a
organization,
conspiracy.
right?
Yeah.
No, still no dice. Also in July 2019, YouTuber Justin Wang entered the fray by uploading a video that told the story of the song. This in turn recruited more searchers to the cause. Over the next couple of years, Wang would post, I think, 5 episodes, each providing updates on potential breakthroughs for the mysterious song in hopes of solving the mystery. August 20th, 2019 would prove to be an important day for the search as it marked the return of Darius and Lydia to the hunt. So I guess Darius flipped on the radio and he was shocked to hear his own recording of the song playing on air. And with it, an interview about the track with DJ Paul Baskerville.
Ich habe schon ein paar Leute gefragt, ob sie das Lied kennen. Und ein gewisser Uli hat mir geschrieben, ist das alles so wichtig? Muss man es kennen?
Darius immediately called up Lydia, who now with a wealth of
See,
new
that right
information
there
at
is
his disposal,
off-putting.
reached out
They're
to
talking
Gabriel
about wanting to know
However, she
everything
revealed
about
more
it, and
that
he
it was
goes, "Does
she
one
who
really
first
need to
started the
know?"
search for the song.
Like,
Provided proof
something
from
about that is
YouTuber
off.
former
That is
identity,
not.
Louis, aka Anton Rydell. Lydia also sent Gabriel a typed playlist revealing what the other tracks were on side 1 of Darius's mixtape, where it all started. Through the years, Darius built an extensive collection of mixtapes, which he cataloged in detail. The tape in question was called BASF 41. On it, he had well-known tracks labeled by Depeche Mode, Simple Minds, Corey Hart, Golden Earring, and Ray Parker Jr., as well as other
Ray
obscure
Parker Jr. is
acts,
the only one I had even heard of out of that entire group.
Yeah.
Dominatrix. So slotted
I'm
in at
surprised
track
you
8 out of
recognized his
10,
name.
Between Golden Earring
Well,
and
it's
Twilight
pretty
Zone,
easy
that
when
Golden
you-
Earring was, I recognized right off the bat.
It's pretty easy to recognize the Ghostbusters theme song.
However, there were some issues. Lydia explained a bit about Darius's recording methods. For example, for one, in his quest for that perfect mixtape, he would carefully edit out any and all DJ commentary. I did that as well. You know, so there were no jackpot revelations about who played the song or what it was called, because that was cut out. Additionally, since Darius was known to record songs from different broadcasts, there were no on-air sequencing clues to come up. In fact, Darius would routinely use a second tape deck to wipe all traces of DJs and rearrange the songs into the order that he wanted. What was a brilliant move back in the day was now haunting legions of searchers desperate for clues about this song. Still, it was good news that Lydia and Darius were now aware of the renewed investigation, and Lydia subsequently became involved with the Reddit community from there. Okay, so fast forward to July 9th, 2020, and there appeared to be another break in the case. Reddit user Flexen Mobile received a complete digitized list from NDR of songs that Paul Baskerville played in 1982 and 1983. After publishing it online, the Mysterious Song
So who
community
played the
scoured
song?
the list for the name of the track and the band. But once again, it would prove to be a dead end. The song just wasn't on it. Now, that seemed to discount the theory that Baskerville had played the song on his program. However, in the process, it was revealed that Baskerville was not the only NDR DJ who posted music for young people. There was another DJ who could have possibly played the song. The problem is, he actually died back in 2016.
So
And then on
basically,
November
all
2nd,
ties are
2021, there was another
cut
breakthrough
at this
moment.
point.
Lydia
There's
posted
no
on Reddit
right or
that
wrong
one of her
answer
sons
here.
had found a box of old tapes while renovating her apartment. One of these tapes contained a higher quality version of the Mysterious Song. The tape's track list was also different from the previous one, but it still provided no clue as to the song's identity. Okay, so in late 2020, I forgot to mention this, Discord user Flair analyzed this new recording. And now this is going to get a little bit technical, but what he found was a 10 kilohertz line, which was also present on the previous tape, VASF-41. It was soon discovered that this kilohertz line was present on virtually all NDR radio broadcasts at the time, which means that the Mysterious Song had to have been recorded from off the NDR radio station. So in theory, the answer to who recorded the Mysterious Song is hidden somewhere in NDR's extensive archives. That seems to be the best bet, ain't it? Hopefully, it's only a matter of time before we discover the truth.
It's been almost 50
So, okay,
years,
I want to switch
and
gears for a minute.
at this
I wanna
point, the
talk
people
about
that played
a
the
different
song
aspect of this insane-
and-
Well, I thought
I wanna talk about
the way you
some
made it
potential
sound like it made a
bands and
comeback, and I
artists.
still
First
haven't
up
heard anything
is
that
Austrian
sounds like
musician
anything put out
Ronald
lately.
Bierschet and Ronnie Rockin. Ronnie is connected to multiple German-speaking bands from the same musical era and presumed area where the song originated. At least if you're going off the accent. When contacted by researcher Armin Linder, Ronnie initially said that he hadn't written the song. However, later on he would claim to have both written and recorded it. The guy claims that he wrote the song with, Christian Brandl, does have a semi-similar voice to the Mysterious Song singer. The two were in a band together called Underground Corpses back.
Underground corpses.
dirt shit.
As Ronnie tells the story, he and Christian
Wait, hold
recorded
on.
the
I'm
song.
going back. That must be like a German thing or something, but one of them is called dirt shit.
The two were in a
Dirt shit?
band together
No,
called
D-I-R-T shit.
Oh,
Dirt
I see it,
shit.
yeah. That
As Ronnie tells the story, he and Christian recorded
Joe
the song
Dirt
just
shit?
the two of them in 1983 after they were in this band.
It's not a bomb, it's a...
Unfortunately,
It's a
Christian
poop
can't
tank.
confirm any of this because he died in 1987. But the other problematic aspect of this case is that Ronnie doesn't have any...
There's been a lot of problematic aspects to this case. This is like your fifth one.
I'm sorry. He usually doesn't go this far off. I don't know if you ever watched any of his stuff. You haven't.
I've seen some of his Pink Floyd stuff, but that's it, pretty much. So I don't.
He's very educational and usually not so questionable on.
Well, I guess he's just so questionable because they don't know anything about it.
Right. It's not really his fault.
There's
And
nothing. There's
We're
nothing.
doing a reaction to one that I don't know anything about.
Yeah, there's nothing.
I just thought it'd be funny to watch this and me know what song it was, but this is foreign.
We're German descent. We need to be able to know this.
Vocal similarities and some stylistic things.
Well,
Some users thought
Scorpions.
this might be the band. But there's a number of problems with this argument. The Mysterious Song is a guitar-driven track, while most of the Statues of Motion songs are synth-driven. Statues also use a drum machine on the record, while the Mysterious Song uses real drums. And the stylistic differences, they don't end there. But could the Most Mysterious Song just be an outlier? I mean, after all, if Statues did record it, it never made it onto the album. Maybe there was some difference in the way it sounded, why it didn't make the record. But continuing to do his due diligence, Gabriel Vieira contacted Statues of Motion member Billy Knight and asked him about the song. He did the same thing that Rocky Rocket did. At first he said he didn't write it. But later, when another user called Camspiracy reached out to him on Facebook, the musician reversed course and said it did belong to Statues of Motion. He said the song was one of 2 tracks that didn't make it onto their.
So we did the full loop of what if.
Yeah, I was going to say, let me guess. Now it's suddenly just going to be like, nope, it's not him.
The song was recorded in 1982. So again, he said 1982, and this is where we run into problems. Now, the Mysterious Song community indeed that a
We've been running into problems this whole time.
Every 5 minutes.
And those puppies just weren't around in 1982. Billy would claim that he used a Yamaha CS15 on the recording, but it doesn't add up. How could Statues in Motion create sounds unique to a DX7 before the technology was available?
Oh yeah, random tidbit, but the DX7 is what has the Taco Bell ding on it.
The Taco Bell.
You know their ad, the bell.
Dong.
Yeah, the DX7 is what has. A dude made lots of money just by pressing one key on a keyboard.
Very unique. Yeah, and people that claim that it's not us, like Statues of Motion, it's not the us that made this song. They don't know what they're talking about.
We've poked even more holes in the story. The number of lost songs on the album went from 2 to 5, and now we claim the song was called Like the Wind, which is a popular name for the song across the internet.
Yeah, so we made it in 92.
I guess that's why it's called Like the Wind. Everybody that knows.
I thought it was
knew-
called Blind
Blind
or
It was, but
Blind the Wind.
apparently that's the actual name.
Yeah, sure, all
Well,
this
it Like the Wind is very fitting because everybody that knows anything about it is blew
Dust
away to
in the
nothing.
wind.
In the end, like Ronnie Rocket, there are just too many discrepancies, and Billy Knight has no physical.
There's been
evidence
this whole
to
thing is
corroborate.
discrepancies.
More recent leads have
I
pointed to the short
usually he's more direct in this, so I
Well, he probably just doesn't have enough.
they'd previously
know
know
enough
how.
info.
Yeah.
They didn't
But
have any songs in English.
I still enjoy his content.
One band member claimed that their lead singer, a guy named Nabo Shah Savage Boca, recorded the song in 19.
Try saying that 3 times fast.
I don't even think I could say it once.
Problem with it is nobody knows where Nabosha is. Coupled with the absence of
I thought you were going to say he died in 1979, which really throws everything off.
Maybe this one will go some.
Yeah.
So, as of this video right now, the search continues, and maybe someone will find the truth in the NPR archives. Or maybe
So what I'm hearing is we just spent this whole time finding out info that is essentially completely useless because
It's
we don't know.
possible.
We don't know if it's true or not. This is just conspiracy at this point.
You let me down this time, Professor.
Kind of crazy. But what do you think?
I understand it's not easy to iron out all the details when they're not all there, but at this point, why even discuss it when everything is just conspiracy?
Right.
This song back in the 80s, and if so, do you have any leads?
I never heard it in the 80s, and the way it started out was like it was something that made a comeback.
And I'm hoping that somebody,
that-
anybody, will know who created it. Maybe we can break this case wide open. If you have any leads about the most mysterious song on the internet,
Yeah, I'm gonna just send you an email real quick. Be like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
exactly who wrote it. It was it. They'd probably take it and run with it because that's what this whole story has been. Is just people saying shit and taking it and run with it.
I did it, even though I've never played an instrument in my life.
Yeah, I played the flute back in 5th grade. It was me.
There's like 4 or 5 songs that were like that for me as a kid, and finally after years I figured it out. What do you think? What are some songs that you didn't know for 10 years you sang it? Let's have a great discussion below.
Well,
All right, guys. I'm sorry put you through that adventure.
hope our commentary. made
Adam
a little-
Reeder, if you ever watch his stuff, is usually more direct and more informative than that. I guess he was searching for who really put the song out because he didn't know. Usually he's more informed than that. And
Well, that's the thing. We got 2 different titles of the song, like 4 different people claiming
he made it
to
sound
know
like it got remade again in 2024 and then come back to that. But
There's just a lot of inconsistency with this
Yeah.
whole thing because
I
they
hear
say,
you.
"Oh, well, this dude played it
this
on the
dude
radio,"
claims
and
he
then
said it, then he didn't, then he did.
and then someone else comes in, and then they're not the right one. Like, that's there's
We're
just
sorry if you went through this wild goose chase with us, but if you have any idea who did it, leave a comment. We'll
don't tell us it was you. We know it's not you.
and then don't tell us you died in 1913 or something.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later.